welcome to the video. My name is Owen and today I want to talk about the importance of taking responsibility for our actions and behavior and choices and decisions, our words, and the importance of learning consequences. So this applies to raising children, and it also applies to spirituality and ourselves. So for example, we don't want to blame another person for our emotions, like I feel sad and I'm blaming it all on you, or I feel unhappy in life and I'm blaming it on these people, this institution, and that thing that happened in my life. That's disempowered behavior. It's sort of like weak, so to speak. It's not really weak, but it's more unclear, unconscious to try and blame other people for ourselves. So what's more empowered is to take responsibility for our emotions in our life and to make empowered changes that are good for us in a variety of different ways: body, mind, spirit, career, health, diet, our body's weight, our body's health, our relationships with our parents, our relationships with our children or our colleagues, workmates, or with other human beings. And of course, the most fundamental is our relationship with ourself. So we must become more conscious and aware of our own thoughts and thinking patterns, our behavior and habits, our addictions, and our belief systems. For our beliefs and perception shape what we experience in our reality, in our life. So if we believe life is terrible, or if we believe, the stronger we have a belief and think about it and live on this belief, the stronger it has a hold in our life. So that's taking responsibility. So when we own our emotions and feel them and become aware of them and take responsibility for our emotions in life and our triggers and reactions to people, instead of blaming other people, then we can change it. When we don't take responsibility, we're just a victim and we stay in the victimhood mode or consciousness. And then we just keep lashing out and acting unconscious and creating havoc in our own life and other people's life. We keep being a downer and bringing other people down too, okay? So that's the first part, okay? The second part is about learning consequences, and this applies to children or ourselves. So you don't want to have a punishment for ourselves or another person to teach them a lesson. We want to learn cause and effect, which is also called consequences. So for example, if I neglect my health, the consequence I'll either get too skinny or overweight, depending on if I'm eating too much or not eating enough, or resting enough or sleeping enough, and I could feel sick or ill. If I neglect relationships, I might have no friends or less happiness, or bad relationships with disharmony and conflict. If I neglect my spirituality and my inner self, I'll have the effect of less joy and peace of mind in my life, less harmony and less connection with people. So it's very, very, very important. It all stems from ourselves. So knowing thyself is the most important thing in life, everybody, okay? The most important quotation potentially, or one of the most, is know thyself, love thyself, and be thyself. But in order to love thyself and to be thyself, you have to first know who thyself is. So that's where knowing thyself is the most important thing. Then you can start to be thyself, who you know, and you start to love the self that you know and appreciate thyself. So same with children. You don't just punish them and say, hey, if you do, you're a bad child, or you're selfish, or no name calling to yourself in your mind or to other people or to your children also. It's all the same thing, okay? It applies to everybody. So we don't want to name call or criticize or put people down. That deflates their confidence and their self-image, which is extremely destructive, especially to children. You want to build people up and promote them and to help them to be the superhero that they are and we're born as and we're born to be. So most of us don't access the superherodom that we have and we are and we were born as. That's because we're all playing small in the world. We're acting small. We're acting weak, meek, too polite, too yes man, yes woman, yes, agreeing with everybody. So self-autonomy and being the governor of your own life and being confident and knowing your rights and entitlements to be yourself and to be free and to be true to yourself, that's an essential. It's up there with the most important thing also. That's like knowing thyself. It's connected because you know you're a superhero, you know you're entitled, you deserve peace, love, joy, good behavior, happy, safe surroundings, warmth, comfort, love, good vibrations to you, not meanness or bullying or control, nothing like that. And what I've noticed in my life, and I'm sure you've noticed it too, so many people are being bullied or controlled or afraid and mistreated. And often we even mistreat other people, which is sad to see. But listen, we can change this by taking responsibility, stop blaming and criticizing, and taking positive action. It starts from becoming aware of our thoughts and emotions and our behavior and looking at our life. It starts by becoming a detective of your own life, okay, your own reactions and triggers and unconscious patterns. So when you change and become aware of your conscious thinking patterns and behavioral patterns, then you can stop and choose a different one. You become a conscious chooser instead of an unconscious. Things are just happening to you by unconsciousness. So you get to say no better and you get to say yes better. Say no to the unhealthy negative stuff and you say yes to the healthy positive stuff and to the positive and healthy people too. You choose what's good for you instead of what's bad for you. So getting back to what I was saying about consequences, like if we eat a bad food, we learn the consequence. It can make us sick. If we eat too much, we can get sick. If we don't sleep early or enough, we have the consequence of being really tired and malfunctioning to our optimal. So instead of punishing a child or a human being, like not talking to them or giving them the ice treatment or being mean to them, it's better to communicate. For example, communicate consciously. So for example, with a child, instead of saying you're bad or any criticisms, or let's say they write on the wall, instead of spanking them, which is I think that's abusive to a degree. I don't know too much about spanking, but too much physical stuff to anybody is derogatory, and it's sort of disrespectful to the divinity that they are and to the human being with rights. But so not punching or slapping anybody. Generally, that's not good. Generally speaking, for sure. But better is to say, if you're going to write on that wall or pour over these liquids on the ground, I'm not gonna make you dinner, like I said. I'm not gonna bring you to the park in 20 minutes like we were planning. So it's your choice. You can behave harmoniously and keep the place nice, and then we can go to the park, or you can choose to spill liquids and write on the wall, and then we're not going to go to the park. I'd really love it if I don't like it when you write on the wall or spill liquids, and this can be talking metaphorically to another adult too. I don't like when you do this, and I'd really love it if you kept the place clean and tidy. And just when they understand respect, or an adult, you can say, I'd really love it if we were all respectful together and each other's property and stuff, respectful to each other's space. So you can talk in the child's language or the adult language, of course. This can be applied to anybody. So you're just simply expressing yourself. There's no big criticism. You're not calling someone names. You're not going to punish them, hurt them. But everyone learns then the effects of our choices. That's called consequences. And that's a mature way of learning cause and effect in the world without any negative energy attached to it. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. For one-to-one coaching with me, life coaching, health coaching, or relationship coaching, please have a look at my website below, owenfox.org. And for boosting your health also, I have a shop that I started called higherselfherbs.com. Higher Self Herbs. I was really happy to see that was available. I'd love to work with you. It's my passion. And if you're interested in healing of body, mind, spirit, emotions, and your life, I'd love to deeply, passionately work with you, especially if you're interested yourself. And I hope you are interested, because I want life transformation for all of us. Become much, much better than we are, much more holistic and balanced and peaceful and joyful in our life. And I know this is possible. I used to be wrecked, subdued and sick, body, mind, spirit and emotions too for a long time. So you have a lovely day. Let's go forward in gratitude, peace in our heart, gratitude in our spirit and appreciation, and connect to ourselves and love each other and love ourselves especially. And I'll see you again in another video. Don't forget to subscribe, and everyone please share the video if you wish. Please consider sharing the video. I'd really appreciate that. boost my work, to acknowledge some value if you're interested or inspired or have the ability. Show it to your friends and family, etc. Otherwise, see you again another time, and many blessings. Take care. Namaste.